I've played a ton of different indie games in these last few years, and today I'm gonna rank each and every one of them from worst to best. Quick disclaimer before I start the video, this ranking is all my opinion, and if you disagree with some of the rankings, feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your opinions. And with that out of the way, let's jump straight into the ranking. In last place we have Minecraft. Hot take, I know. Before you go type your hate comment or click off the video, hear me out for a minute, okay? If this was a nostalgia ranking, Minecraft would have easily been number 1, but I'm ranking these based on personal enjoyment, and this is where Minecraft falls short compared to the other games on this list. Since the gameplay of Minecraft can be extremely boring at times, and its lack of enemy variety and bosses doesn't help at all. I'll give it extra points because of the soundtrack, I guess. In 6th place we have Katana Zero. I actually started playing this game like a week ago, but it clicked instantly. The gameplay flows extremely well and is super satisfying. The parry system alongside the ability to slow down time gives Katana Zero one of the best combat systems I've ever seen in a video game. Each level has new enemies and different gimmicks, which keeps the gameplay fresh and entertaining. The soundtrack is also really good, which is always something nice to have in a game. Undertale. Such a classic. I'll be talking about Undertale's neutral route, as I haven't done Pacifist yet, and Genocide is one of the worst gaming experiences I've ever had in my entire life. What made Undertale a favorite of mine was its characters. Every Undertale character is unique in its own way, with each of them having a unique personality and design. The same can be said about the bosses, whether it be Undyne changing the way you dodge attacks as a whole, or Sans completely dodging your attacks while dealing poison damage. And on top of that, Undertale has one of, if not the best soundtracks in all of gaming. In 4th place we have Celeste. Celeste is a game about climbing a mountain, and it's a pretty good one too. The controls are extremely smooth and responsive, but what I really like about Celeste is the way each chapter is carefully crafted with its own unique theme and different mechanics, whether it be the traffic blocks in chapter 1 or the wind in chapter 4. Celeste always finds a way to keep each chapter memorable. The soundtrack is also one of my all-time favorites, so much so that I've actually used some of Celeste's tracks in my videos. The only issue I have with Celeste is its lack of replayability, which isn't really that much of an issue, but good replay value is always something I look for in a game. Starting off the top 3 with one of my all-time favorites, Terraria. Now I will admit that Terraria is a pretty hard game to get into because of how complicated it is compared to other games in its genre. Like you need 10,000 goddamn crafting stations just to make a bed. But once I started understanding the game's mechanics, it became one of my favorites, and here's why. The progression in Terraria is very smooth. Yeah, the early game is ridiculously boring, but once you beat the first few bosses, the game speeds up significantly. The open variety in Terraria is absolutely insane. Each class is unique and fun to play, defeating each boss feels rewarding, and there's just so much content in this game. If you haven't played Terraria yet, please give it a try. Coming in at 2nd place we have Ultra Kill. If I was ranking these games based on how fun the gameplay is, Ultra Kill would have easily been number 1, since Ultra Kill has something that most first-person shooters these days lack, and that is weapon synergy. I mean, there's at least one interaction between every weapon in the game, which helps keep up with the ridiculously fast-paced gameplay. The level design in Ultra Kill is one of the best in all of gaming. Each layer is uniquely themed and introduces a bunch of new enemies, weapons, and mechanics, with a climax level at the end of each layer containing an epic boss fight. Speaking of boss fights, the bosses in Ultra Kill are so freaking good. The parry system in this game is also amazing, so you can parry almost everything, and by everything, I mean everything, from enemy projectiles to your very own shotgun shells. And what's crazy is that the game isn't even finished yet. It has 2 more layers that have yet to release. Honestly, I can make a 4-hour video just glazing Ultra Kill, but that's obviously not what you're here for. So in conclusion, play Ultra Kill. In 1st place you have the game that started it all for me, Hollow Knight. If it wasn't for Hollow Knight, I wouldn't have played any of the games on this list, since Hollow Knight was one of the first indie games I've ever played in my entire life. And I'll be honest with you guys, there's really nothing bad to say about Hollow Knight. Combat is great, the areas each have a unique atmosphere, the bosses are challenging and fun, the characters are memorable, the progression is smooth, the game has so much content with hundreds of hours of gameplay, and the soundtrack is one of my personal favorites. So it's needless to say that Hollow Knight is truly a wonderful game. Let me know if you agree with this ranking, and leave your favorite indie game in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one.